Okay, the ThermoMate electric water heater can be installed in many locations. We're going to install this electric water heater and you can do it yourself. Go ahead and do as much as you're comfortable with, such as seating it in the proper location, maybe doing the plumbing. If you're uncomfortable with the electrical connection, you could hire just that portion out. Please always follow the local jurisdiction rules for your installation. Some areas are now requiring a drain pan underneath. Quick identification: the upper red is for the hot water out. The lower blue is for the cold water in. The fittings will be 3/4 inch. That is standard and that makes your installation easier. This is the anode rod. That's a sacrificial rod to protect your water heater, even with challenging water. And you can use the lower plug for a drain plug if needed when servicing. Of course, when servicing electric water heaters, always make sure that the electricity is off first. This is the access panel. And then over here will be the electric in. This is a 15 amp watt circuit, 120 volts. This top connection is where you will install the provided temperature and pressure release valve. This is a safety device that is required. It is provided with your water heater. The manufacturer does have pipe thread sealant on there. A lot of people do like to add a little extra layer of protection, so this is common Teflon tape for plumbing, and I'll do 3 rotations. Also, you do want an extension pipe coming out of that directed to the floor or a drain. Next, let's move on to the plumbing connections. We're going to start with the cold water inlet pipe. Always turn off the water before cutting into your pipe and installing your new water heater. Okay, cold water coming into your new water heater. Now, the most common installation method that I see is you're going to pick up a pipe nipple. That's what these are called. And you're going to put Teflon tape over the groove threads as a sealant clockwise. Screw that into your new water heater. And of course, you would snug everything up tight. Now, from there, you would transition in a fitting over to your copper or your galvanized pipes, or even your PEX tubing if you're going that route. Now, I've fallen in love with these flexible approved water heater connections. They come in both male and female threads, so you're covered either way. They are rated for water heater use. Here we'll have our 3/4 inch water coming in, cold water coming in. Make sure to use that groove tape, also called Teflon tape. There's a liquid version, and I like this Teflon tape version. Clockwise, 3 rotations. Next, we're going to move on the hot water connection coming out to your existing plumbing. I already have the pipe thread tape or Teflon tape on, 3 rotations clockwise over the grooves. And with our water heater connection, flexible connector, it's as easy as could be. Okay, onto the electrical connection, which is up here on top. Remember to only work with electrical circuit that is off. Now take this warning seriously. Never turn on your electric water heater unless it is full with water first, completely filled with water, always before you turn on the electricity. And then in here is where the electrical connections will be made. Of course, you'll have the black hot wire, the white neutral wire, and then the green wire is your grounding wire. Now with this ES900 model, you have the option to do hardwired connection, or if you have a plug connector that's rated for this heavy duty use, you actually could wire it in directly to an outlet. How easy would that be to have a corded wire that's rated for that use right into your new electric water heater and you're plugging it right in? Now, when connecting your new electric wire, you can use traditional wire connectors like this screw-on cap model, or I like these new clamp locking wire connectors. They are rated for up to 20 amps. This is a 15 amp circuit, so we are good to go. It is best practice not to have Romex wire above your new electric water heater. You do want it to be in some form of protective conduit, so this is a rated conduit for electrical connections, and it will literally just snap right in to the metal plate. I'm going to start with feeding the new circuit wire through the metal plate. And we're going to simply snap it into position. Look at that, locks right in. Next, let's go ahead and make our electrical connections. We'll start with ground first. Seat the wire all the way down, lock it in place, make sure it's tight. Sometimes on the stranded wires, you do want to give it just a little bit of a twist if they're flying in every direction. Okay, that's tight. And then I'll do one with a traditional screw-on wire connector. Now with stranded wire to solid wire, go ahead and put the stranded wire a little bit proud of the solid wire so it's sticking out a little bit. And that way, when you put on your electrical cap and screw that on, it will really bite the wires tight together. There you go, a nice tight connection. Next, you want to fold all your wire connections inside the box. They've given you enough room, that's what it looks like. Okay, now onto the final cover plate. Gently tuck your wires into position. Okay, good job, you have the electric. Now remember, don't turn on the electric yet, we still have to turn on the water supply. Also, I want to show you this serviceable area when the power is off. This is where the thermostat is in this serviceable area and the heating element. Only take this cover plate off when the power is off. Okay, this is your thermostat. That's a reset button. Of course, you always have the power off before you even get into this area. If you lift that up, underneath is your heating element. And then right up in here is the thermostat adjustment. This is where you can change the temperature. It's factory set at 125 Fahrenheit or 52 Celsius. There are a lot of serviceable parts. The thermostat can be replaced. The heating element can be replaced. The anode rod can be replaced. Okay, 2 screws and your service panel is put back in. Now I'm ready to turn on the water. Turn the water back on. Then turn on a hot faucet to make sure all the air is out of the system. And your new water heater is filled with water. And when you're satisfied that it's full with water, you're ready to turn on the electricity and it will start heating right away. The ThermoMate tankless water heater is for compact point of use, such as your bathroom, laundry room, RV, kitchen, and many more uses.